Hello everyone, Ken here, and today we'll be going over this new Shield and Sword that released over the weekend. And I know I'm just a tad bit late, but we will be going over a build, how it performs, and of course we can't forget how to acquire it. So I hope you guys enjoy. So here we are in the Simulacrum with Attack and Lug, a new Shield and Sword. It came with the Galleon of Ghouls alerts, and this is the counterpart basically to the Attack and Lug that came out with the Galleon of Ghouls, and next weekend they will be coming out together so you can get them both if you missed the Tonkkatt. So, what can this thing do? I personally enjoy this thing. I did do melee influence. It has a lot of slash. The only thing that's bad about this is you have to build it up, just like any other weapon, but it does pretty good at building up. As you can see, I have a heavy attack build here, and once you build it up, everything pretty much just dies. And now let's do that one more time. Throw, throw, and just kind of dies. I personally like it a lot. Very good weapon. Try this one more time. And dead. So, no buffs, no nothing. Just straight damage from the weapon. Now, let's go over why it's doing that and how we do that. First, let's go over some base stats. First, we're going to go over the unique trait. So, heavy attacks in a wide heavy attack hits in a wide area inflict blast status effects. So this is very good because I don't know how wide the actual area is, but I know that it's wide enough to kill basically all of those Grineer, and that's all you really need. So this also works well in missions. It's not like it just works well in the Simulacrum. It does work well in missions, and I'll show you that later. But going on, we have a 21% crit chance, which is okay. We have a 1.9 times multiplier, which is also okay. And then we have 31% status chance, which is actually pretty high. And then our slash is our main damage, so we'll be doing a lot of slash here. As you can see, we have 24% slash, almost 25. And then impact, which doesn't really matter. Going into the actual build, this doesn't really matter. We'll be using a heavy attack build. Like I was saying, we have prime pressure point for melee damage, galvanized reflex for initial combo, and heavy attack efficiency. And you do need heavy attack efficiency, but you don't need 90% because you're not going to be building it all the way up to 12 times. So have 50% is good enough here. And then galvanized steel, which is crit chance and crit damage, amalgam or organ shatter. So you want to run this because it gives you heavy attack windup speed, and without the windup speed, it's kind of slow, to be honest. Then we have galvanized elementalist. That's because we'll be proccing electricity from melee influence, and then we also have our blast. Then we have our blood rush just for more crit chance because it's kind of low on it. Voltic strike for our electricity for melee influence, and then weeping wounds plays into our electricity and our blast at the same time. So why am I using melee influence? The reason is because on melee electricity status, 20% chance for elemental melee status effects to apply to other enemies within 20 meters. So this doesn't mean just electricity. This means that blast is going to apply as well. So if that blast applies, get 10 stacks, they all blow up, everything blows up in the vicinity. So that's kind of the whole premise of this build. And that's why everything just kind of blows up and you see those blast stacks. So whenever I go ahead, spawn some enemies, do a heavy attack, and you can see all those blast procs right there. Look at that. That is from melee influence spreading. And that's why whenever you get your stacks, everything can sometimes just kind of die. So just kind of like that. Just kind of died. I didn't even have stacks. So that's the whole thing to this build. And that's why I think this thing is so good. Very good for AoEing, just nuking rooms. See if I can do it. Yep. There we go. Yeah, everything's just kind of dead. Some stuff doesn't die, but this is no buffs. If you want to, you can run Roar, and you will get even more dot damage because Roar is the best with elements, and it buffs them the most. So without any further ado, we're going to hop into a conjunction survival, and I'm going to show you how it does in real gameplay and against an acolyte. I will see you guys in the conjunction survival. So here we are in the conjunction survival, and I will say, just from messing with this thing for a little bit, this thing is amazing. And whenever you actually throw it and inflict that blast status and also your electricity, it goes through walls and everything, just like melee influence. But it's even better with blast, because if they're close together, they just die. They just kind of kill each other. So that is also a very good thing about this. And I would say, even if you pair this with I'm using Nova, but I'm not using her fourth. But if you pair it with Nova, you'll get an even bigger explosion on all the enemies. So that'll also be a plus side. And if you decide to use Roar with your Nova, that'll also be even better for your damage. So just from using this thing for a little minute, it is definitely, I would say, the most fun shield and sword. I can't really say the best, but it's definitely the most fun. It could be the best. It's really preference, but I personally enjoy using it just because you can throw it, and you're kind of like Captain America, in my opinion. So it's a very fun shield and sword, and I would definitely recommend getting it because it will go away this weekend, and I'm making this on a Sunday, so you need to make sure you get it either today, and I think it goes away tomorrow morning. So make sure you pick it up if you are watching this and you don't have it, or you can pick it up next weekend. So now we're going to test it on Acolyte and see what it can do against it. So here comes this absolute goober of an Acolyte, and we'll see if he can even stand it. Yeah, it's not even a challenge, honestly. The slash does so much damage against him, and the blast, it doesn't stand a chance whatsoever. And I could just imagine whenever ribbons come out for this thing. If you don't know, the ribbons for the Tonkkatt and the LUG are not currently available, but I'm pretty sure they'll be available in the next update. So that's something that you can look forward to in the next update if you really like these weapons. So of course you can change some things if you want to your liking, whatever feels more comfortable for you. But this is just a general guide, show you how the weapon works and a build that will be good for Steel Path. If you guys like my videos, please drop a like and a sub if you really like me that much. I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.